Hello, family, and welcome back to another episode of Oh to Behold with Camille Young. So glad to have you here with me, with us, my holy rollers. What's up, holy rollers? How y'all doing on today? Can you hear the rasp in my voice? Yeah, that's the Memphis pollen taking over. Yeah, but I think it's kind of sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little sexy. But yes, welcome back to another episode of Oh to Behold. Again, glad to have you here. Y'all, people are buying the book. And I know I'm saying it week after week, but it is so humbling. But it is just super duper. I know you overuse this word exciting. It is just so exciting that people are buying this book. And again, hearing the reviews, people being touched, people being inspired. You know, talking to a couple people about coaching them around publishing their own book and getting started. You know, you got to get started. That's what's most important. So I am just so glad that God is using me as a vessel, as a conduit to support people around maybe their own life challenges or inspiring them to do something that they are called to do so that they can live out their God-given purpose. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. To my new viewers, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm a newly published author, first-time author. Go and get the book at ohtobehold.com. Get your book today at ohtobehold.com. The title of the book is Oh to Behold, The Power of Self-Love and Walking in Your God-Given Purpose. And I promise you, you will not regret getting that book, okay? All right, and thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed. But if you have not yet subscribed, and you're watching, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Hit that ding ding. Hit that little red button and subscribe to the page on today. All right, and be sure to always like, share, and put your comments down in the comment section. I would love to engage with you in the comments because I always do. You guys say some of the most wonderful things, so I would love to engage with you there. Okay, wonderful. Also, as I mentioned just moments ago, coaching people around holistic wellness coaching, okay? It touches on different areas. Just reach out to me so we can talk through maybe how I can support you in your holistic wellness, all right? Again, reach out to me at ohtobehold.com or at ohtobehold@gmail.com. All right, looking forward to hearing from you. All right, let's jump right into today's topic. Today's topic is live your legacy. Investing in others. You know, as we see, we've seen in the media where celebrities, YouTube sensations have died suddenly. All right, you know, whether it was something that was tragic or, you know, heart attack, stroke, whatever the case may have been. You know, you've heard about recently, you know, YouTube sensations and entertainers and celebrities and athletes who have just died, you know, unexpectedly. And this is happening in just regular people's lives every day. You know, I know of several people who have recently passed away, and not old people. These are people who are maybe in their mid-50s and less and younger. So you don't have to be 80 and 90 and 100 years old in order to die. And I felt impressed to encourage us to live your legacy. You know, we talk about what we want to be known as or how we want people to respect us and all of these things. But what you are living right now is what you will be remembered for. Okay? You know, and you know, when I think about death, and that's the E in whole, the WHOLE, having an eternal perspective. I've always been of the belief, and I could be wrong as two left shoes, but I've always been of the belief that when you pass from this life to the next into eternity, I believe that God allows you to see your funeral. I just believe that because I believe your funeral is a recap of who you were as a person here on this earth. And your funeral, your homegoing ceremony, as we like to call it, it is an example of what life you lived on earth. Okay? And it's sad to say that because some people did not invest in others. All right? Because you lived a life that was, about me, mine, and nobody else. Because you didn't take the time to support other people. You didn't sacrifice for other people. You lived a selfish life. Many times the funeral will reflect that. And sometimes, people will get up and talk, but people in the audience know if it's the truth or if it's a lie. And I'm not necessarily talking about the number of people showing up for your service. I'm not talking about that. But, when they give the words of comfort, or when people are sharing expressions about the life or how you impacted their life, when you don't have nobody getting up saying nothing, that is a direct example or a show of maybe you didn't impact many people's life. Okay? And again, I'm not saying this is 100% or whatever, things happen, but there should be people whose lives are directly impacted because you were in it, or because something you did or something you said. All right. And my questions to you is, what will people say about you when you leave this life? What do you want people to be able to say about you? See, a lot of times we have this idealistic view of what we think people would say, but it may not be the reality of what people will say. All right. And the reality is people will say exactly how they experience you. If you were a taker, that's how they're going to say they experience you. If you were a giver, that's how they say that you were going to experience them, how they experienced you. Okay. And I'm really, really wanting to push us, because again, we don't know when and where we'll leave this life. And you want to be able to say, hey, if the next week is my last week, you want to be able to say, I impacted, I invested in other people, not just myself. I invested in others. I spoke words of encouragement. I gave to the ministry. I gave to others. I sacrificed my time. I sacrificed energy. I sacrificed my money. I did things. I gave people clothes, shoes, whatever. A legacy means that it lives beyond your life. Your life here on earth. You can't leave a legacy if you have not, invested in anything. You reap what you sow. Even after you die. Even after you die, if you have sown into people, that is going to live beyond you. My parents have both been gone for over 30 years, and I still hear people talk about them. They've been gone 30 plus years, and people are still talking about the impact that they had on their life. You can have that same, you can start today. If you have not been intentional around being investing in others, today is the day. Today is the day to get out of your comfort zone and living the normal life, going to work, going to church, going to school, doing for your children, doing for your husband, doing for your friends, doing for your family. It's other people in the world that need you. You need to be able to show up for other people. All right. There's somebody in your neighborhood who needs to hear from you. All right. There are children, your children's friends who need you to tell their mom, hey, let them go to church with me. Hey, we got Vacation Bible School going on. Come on, I want you to bring your child. Hey, I want you to come to go to small group or to Sunday school with me. Hey, the Lord impressed on my heart. I want to buy your family dinner. I just want to do something for you. Hey, I want to buy Camille's book and invest in you and give you this book for you to read because it was a blessing to me. It's not about the big things. It's the small things, okay? It's the small things in investing your time and your talent in others. And people remember those things, all right? People remember the time that you spent talking to them, the time that you visited them in the hospital or visited their family member in the hospital or in their home or where you took food. People remember that stuff. Do you hear me? And that's how you begin to leave a legacy. All right? You leave a legacy and people remember when you pass from this life on to the next one, people will still remember you. Okay? And you want to know, you want to be remembered beyond this life. Okay? Will your legacy extend beyond your family? Will it extend beyond just your inner circle? Okay? Will you have lived out your God-given purpose? God, you were placed in this world for a purpose. Are you living that purpose? All right? And get your eyes off other people. Get your eyes off of what other people are doing and do what it is that God has called you to do. If it's to create a new type of cookie, I don't care what it is. If it's I don't know, creating some socks. If it's cleaning up people's homes, I don't know. If it's organizing people's homes, it doesn't matter how small it may appear to you, but it may be a blessing to someone else. And you need to figure out what your niche is. You need to figure out what your purpose is, or they call it niche, however you want to pronounce it. Figure out what it is and invest in other people. Do what God has called you to do. Walk in the lane that is yours to live out, and get your eyes off other people and what they're doing because they got, 10,000 subscribers, or they have a large church, or they have a large following, or people are constantly calling their name. And it doesn't matter, okay? Because what's most important is God calling your name and making sure that you get that well done, thy good and faithful servant. That's what you're waiting to hear. The well done, thy good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things, so I'll make you ruler over much. Okay? Y'all got to make me preach. Okay? Because I do got that rasp where I can, Okay, but seriously, we are living our legacy right now. And the best way to allow your legacy to live beyond you is by investing in others. We've got to invest in others, okay? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Oh to Behold. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and comment. And if you want to reach out to me at ohtobehold.com, all right? Or you can reach out to me at ohtobehold@gmail.com, all right? Get your book today. Get your book today at ohtobehold.com, and I promise you, you will be glad that you did, all right? So thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, God bless.